I hope. Could you stop, please? No.
So there's a clip that's going viral right now of this girl that went to Kentucky University. I believe she got suspended now or expelled. And as you can see in the clip that we just watched, she's attacking people, calling people the N-word, a bunch of different stuff.
Could you stop? No. Thank you. I'm being honest with you. You're right. You're a bitch. Oh, Jesus. I did not get paid enough for this. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. You're a bitch. Yeah. I got the song video. Me too. I got the song.
So y'all are seeing this with me. She just keeps repeating it, which makes it even more weird. I mean, obviously we can tell she's drunk. She's not thinking clearly, right? I will forever say though, the things you say when you're drunk are typically sometimes the things you think when you're sober. Or not even typically sometimes. I feel like a lot of the time. You hear stories about dudes and girls calling up their exes and stuff like that when they're drunk because that's actually how they actually feel. I'm not trying to say this person's a racist piece of shit, but is giving off that energy. I think it's safe to say that.
Could you try to get me to get her to like get chairs and things? No, I'm drunk. You're drunk. You're rich.
I think a lot of this probably has to do with like what she was maybe taught at home, or maybe like what her parents believed in terms of just like having racist beliefs and stuff like that. That's really all I can assume, because where else is she getting this crazy racist energy from? She's said it at least 10 times now. And I actually feel like that's a big thing with our culture today. You know, there's a lot of people who live at home and their parents are actually racist or closeted racist. And when I mean a closeted racist, I mean somebody who is making like racist remarks, but not really like saying anything with their chest. And best believe that gets passed down to the kid. 100%. Like, you can't expect to spew a bunch of racist BS at home in the comfort of your own home on your own time and not have your kids do the same thing when they're out, or at least slip up once when they're drunk, because you programmed it in them. As simple as that. It even reminds me of a story back in high school. You know, I would have this racist kid in my high school, and I remember his parents were like Confederate. They were very proud, you know, of that side, whatever. I think it's goofy and stupid to rep Confederates, but point being, you know, he would be racist to kids at her school because of what his parents taught him. It programmed it in the kid, the parents. So, you know, I'm not trying to say that is exactly what's going on. But they are in Kentucky. Oh, we got a lot of yee out in Kentucky. Let's just keep it real. There's a chance. So the girl that actually got assaulted and called the N-word and a whole bunch of other stuff actually decided to reach out and respond just to the whole viral situation, because this went viral. This went viral on Twitter. It got like 8 million views on one account, like 6 million on another one. I just checked it recently. It was huge. Made news outlets. It was on NBC, ABC, all of it. So this girl quite literally ruined her life and her reputation just because she was drunk, angry, and was in a little bit of a racist mood. That's f***ing pathetic. But yeah, she ended up responding to the situation, the girl that got assaulted.
This girl, she walked in about 1 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock, 1:15, somewhere in between that time. She did not look like a resident, so I did not open the door. But when she came in, she stumbled across the front desk over to the elevator, and she started talking to the elevator.
Okay. Drunk as hell. I ain't never seen nobody talk to an elevator when they're drunk. I think the most drunk I've ever gotten is like having my homie carry me. Never talked to an elevator. I'm just picturing that scene in my head. Imagine just walking up to your dorm and you just see a girl talking to an elevator.
It is a part of our job that if we see a student that's like very drunk, we are to call an RA to help for them to be able to write up a report, or really just to make sure the student gets to where they need to be safely. So I reach my head out of the desk office area and I ask the girl, I say, "Are you okay?" And she continues to look at me and she starts calling me and yes, I'm going to say it because she said it to me, so I'm going to make sure y'all understand what happened. And she kept saying it, and so I went back inside of the office to go and get the number of the RA on call. And once I got back, I tried to go and sit her down and keep her from getting into into the elevator because she did not look like a resident. Again, she did not have a phone with her. She didn't have an ID card. The only reason that the elevator opened was because there was another student getting off. And so I jumped in.
So based on how she's describing it, she was actually trying to help her. I don't even want to imagine being her in this situation. Imagine you're just working your job, you're trying to go help somebody, and then they start calling you racial slurs, and then they start trying to attack you? Like, she even said it herself in the video, I don't get paid enough for this. I don't blame you, bruh. I hope she got a raise after that. I hope it wasn't a small one either, because that ain't something you deal with when you're working a job, let alone a college job.
I moved her. I tried to like gently just move her to the side and be like, hey, could you just come sit over here for me? And she kept going, no, do my chores. And she kept doing that while I'm trying to sit her down. She bit me along my arm.
The fuck?
She punched me in my face, and right now I don't know if my face is swelling up, but this is the side she punched me in, and I'm starting to feel that. And she kicked me in my stomach as well. She tried to run me over with a grocery cart that was in the lobby. She bit my friend as well as another girl that tried to help me de-escalate the situation.
Props to her for the self-control. I would not be able to do that. I'm only half Ecuadorian, but if somebody were to walk up to me and talk on some hateful, crazy shit about my race, I'm not de-escalating the situation. I'm beating your ass. The self-control and maturity of this girl is actually wow. She's either in her late teens or her early 20s. And she's out here getting fucking taking punches, taking bites, and she's still trying to de-escalate it. Damn. Bro, I wish nothing but the best for this girl. So the cops eventually came to arrest the girl, and it didn't stop there. She kept going. The cop didn't care. Take a look. The reason why the audio sounds a little bit weird is because I literally had to mute the N-word maybe 20 times in that one clip. You know, the cop's doing his job by arresting her, but personally, if I was the cop, you know, I'd get some little duct tape, get her to shut the fuck up, all is good. There are more clips of her surfacing around now, of not even just this situation, but other situations where she's keeping that same racist energy and just being a piece of shit. I was surprised actually, because I thought that, you know, this would just be it, but there's multiple videos. Really no reason to play it. It's just her saying the N-word a ton of times, as she usually does, I guess. That's just kind of her power move. But, you know, this is definitely something in her character. She has racism in her heart. It's pretty obvious, you know, when you have multiple videos of you surfacing, of you saying the N-word and just being racist to black people. She's not even really being careful about it either. She's just acting like a fool in public. Even when people are recording her, she still doesn't care. Just blatant racism. Obviously, in the first clip we watched, she was drunk. She probably didn't notice, or she might have, but she was drunk. And I gotta say, the response that she made was actually hilarious. Hold up.
Now, she may not be in school anymore, but clearly she is a graduate level Karen. Rosing posted a plea on her Instagram story that further cemented her spot in the Karen Hall of Fame by making excuses for her actions and blaming the people who recorded her for getting her kicked out of school. Come on, Sophia. Come on, Sophia, really?
Okay. The person that recorded you is the person to blame. Yep. It's not like you just spewed a bunch of hatred towards a bunch of other students. Nah. And bit them and punched them. That didn't happen. I want to go back and look at these screenshots because he just kind of skimmed over them. And I bet these are going to read like a comedy script, so we're going to check them out. I understand an apology may not help, but I am not a racist. I was under the influence. I lost everything, literally. Heartbreak emoji. And now have to fear for my life. God forgives. Please understand. Why the hell are you bringing God into this? Like, that is just so stupid. If you guys knew I was under the influence, why record me? This was literally my senior year. You acting like this is an uncommon thing to record somebody while they're drunk. This happens just about every single Saturday night in any college city. Racist rant or not. Also, she has the audacity to ask, why record me? Why record you? Maybe because you were throwing around the N-word like it was a football, you were biting people. Like, bro, get this bullshit off my screen.
What do you have to say about the language that you used toward the UK student? Was that okay?
So as you can see, she's obviously getting a lot of attention from the mainstream media, which is an awful look. That, I ain't gonna lie, she's going to need security, at least for the next few months. Like, maybe people will forget after a certain period of time, but she got herself in some deep shit. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments down below. And if you guys want to see more of my content, I got it on the screen for you right now. And yeah, I'll catch y'all. Have a good one.